Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rachel Sadler and I am the owner of Ada's Attic Vintage. Thank you so much for joining me again. Today's video is going to be all about how you can style a tartan jacket like this one in 3, I suppose actually maybe even 4 different ways. So instead of getting straight into it like I normally do, I'm going to give you like a little bit of a chat now. And then I've actually tried things on so you can see the full length, and then on my written blog post on my website adasatticvintage.co.uk, which is all linked below, I'll show you like some stills so you can see it in detail and stuff, because the videos would be portrait, not landscape. I had to think then, didn't I? So the inspiration from for today's video actually came from, well, obviously tartan is going to be a huge trend for this autumn winter period, as it always is, but there's a real focus on it this year, so adding a tartan jacket like this beautiful green one here. Come in so you can see it, as is the star of the show, isn't it? It's a really nice colour, bluey greeny, very fine sort of purpley red colour running through it, really nice. It's going to be absolutely everywhere. Real modern way to wear it is like cashmere prints, which should be one of the first outfits that you see, so it's definitely worth staying tuned because I really won't be very long with what I've got to say. And then on Monday night, I believe on channel 1 or 2, Stacey Dooley was doing a programme which was called Fashion's Dirty Secret. Had to think, didn't I? And I thought it was actually so sad to see all the pollution and stuff that goes into like this river in particular in Indonesia, which isn't even one of the biggest producers of fast fashion. And like these factories, it didn't say which high street brands, which we all would know seen on our high streets in the UK, like make their garments there, but there was like actually the pollution from dyeing like pieces of clothing was being put straight into this river, and it had arsenic in there and mercury, and it's just so sad. These people bathe, drink, they grow their rice using this water, it's running through their little villages, and it's like they actually just can't escape it because they're really poor, like they have no other they have no choice, and they're just these factories that are having to produce clothes at such a low price point, so you can go and buy like a dress for a tenner that you'll wear once and then it'll end up in the landfill here. It's just awful, like the amount of damage that we can do to our planet, which at one point we won't be able to undo. So I thought it was really sad. I really felt so sorry for those poor families and all the others that must be affected in the world, and then I also thought it was really bad that none of the big brands that would ever comment to Stacey she wanted to do an interview with, all the big ones, I won't name one, and none of them would. She got a very sort of insulting, some might say, email from like the government, who was just talking about plastic bags and not actually anything to do with what she was commenting on about like the pollution going into the water. It was just about plastic bags. She wanted them to like hold the companies to be more responsible about the factories that they use and actually check that they are environmentally friendly and not just putting all this toxic waste into rivers and stuff. And they just kept talking about plastic bags, which was just bizarre. It's like they hadn't even read her email. I don't get that. And it's just really sad, and I think it's eye-opening if you get a chance to watch it. Obviously be on like every sort of catch-up thing that you can get, but it is definitely a good look. So I have this year trying to be a bit more plastic and sustainable myself. Wearing vintage is the most sustainable and eco-friendly sort of green sustainable fashion that you can do, because obviously you're not buying anything new, and not only is it beautiful and cool and one of a kind, it's also helping the planet. Literally, what else could you want? So that is my thoughts, maybe even a thought, who knows, and maybe it's an extended thought, but I just wanted to share it with you. I'd love to know your thoughts on fast fashion, if you've been trying to be a bit more like eco-friendly this year, little things that you've done. Maybe we can share some tips that we've all picked up. It'd be really good to get a conversation going, I think. And now let's get down to business, shall we? Let's show you these outfits.
Explode me, give it all to me, give it all to me. Explode me, give it all to me, give it all to me, give it all.
the way to the end. I hope you like the outfits. Do you have a particular one that is your favourite? Really appreciate you watching all the way to the end. You are amazing. Thanks again, and I shall see you next week. Bye.